The classroom smelled of chalk, dust, and old books. The morning sunlight streamed through the windows, landing in sharp lines across the floor. No one noticed her at first. The quiet new girl, head down, notebook in hand, backpack slung over one shoulder. Her name was Zoe. Zoe had been transferred mid-year. She didn't talk much. She didn't ask for attention. She didn't want trouble. She had learned to stay small, walk carefully, speak softly, disappear into the edges of a room. That was how she survived the whispers, the laughter that followed her down hallways, and the eyes that tested boundaries before teachers even noticed. But today, someone had pushed her too far. The teacher, Ms. Harding, was strict. She didn't have patience for interruptions, or so she thought. "Your mother is a Navy SEAL?" Ms. Harding barked when Zoe whispered the fact in response to a question about family. "That's nonsense." A laugh slipped from the back of the classroom. Another student snickered. Zoe flinched. "I didn't," she started. "Sit still." "Stop talking," the teacher snapped, and in a moment of misplaced anger, she kicked Zoe's backpack away from her feet. It toppled over, spilling notebooks and pens across the floor. The class gasped. Some froze, unsure how to react. Some laughed nervously, but Zoe did not. She bent down, collected her things, and breathed in a steady rhythm. She remembered her mother's words. "Courage is quiet sometimes. Strength is knowing when to act with care." And then she did. Zoe looked up calmly, meeting Ms. Harding's eyes with a clarity that startled everyone. "My mom is a Navy SEAL," she said softly, but with confidence. "And she taught me that courage doesn't come from anger. It comes from knowing what's right, and acting wisely." The teacher froze. From the doorway, footsteps echoed. Heavy, measured, deliberate. And then she appeared, Zoe's mother. Uniform crisp, presence commanding, eyes scanning the room with both authority and calm. "Ms. Harding," she said, voice firm but not loud, "I heard there was a problem." The classroom went silent. The students sat wide-eyed. Phones were put away, forgotten. The teacher, mid-sentence, froze completely. There was no yelling. No confrontation. Just presence. Just respect. Zoe's mother knelt slightly, eye level with her daughter. "Are you okay?" she asked. Zoe nodded. The teacher stammered. I didn't realize." Her mother held up a hand. "No excuses. Respect is something we earn every day, and we teach it by example, not by fear." The room stayed quiet. The students absorbed every word. After a pause, Zoe's mother addressed the class. "We all make mistakes," she said. "The important part is how we correct them. Apologies, honesty, and listening, that's strength." Ms. Harding swallowed, then nodded, humbled. I'm sorry, Zoe," she said, genuinely. Zoe smiled gently. "Thank you, Ms. Harding. I forgive you." The class shifted. What started as embarrassment turned into reflection. The students learned a lesson no lecture could have taught. True power is not in punishing someone smaller, or in arrogance, but in courage, kindness, and accountability. In the days that followed, Ms. Harding changed her approach. She listened more. She praised effort. And Zoe? She grew quieter still, but more confident. She realized being quiet didn't mean being powerless. She could stand her ground. She could speak her truth. And kindness would always amplify courage. By the end of the term, the classroom had transformed. Students looked out for one another. Laughter became warm and inclusive, not cruel. And Zoe? She walked the hallways without fear, carrying herself with quiet pride, knowing she had been brave. And that bravery paired with kindness can move mountains. And sometimes, it can even make the strongest teacher pause, reflect, and learn.